weren't after an assertive building form. We wanted a sort of timeless piece of landscape architecture that would amplify the things that were in it and to amplify the garden that it looked onto.
The initial brief was, could we please recreate a bush garden? I thought, oh dear, I'm going to find it very difficult, impossible, I think, to recreate something like this.
We're always tussling with landscape designers that we work with who are understandably after more space so that they can create these sweeps of green garden and lawn and texture in the landscapes.
Fortuitously, the property to the west of here became available and the client was able to purchase this property and make this garden bigger.
Bit of a dream come true for Robert so that he could expand his vision into the sort of almost to the horizon.
One of the things I love about Powell Glen's architecture is that every passageway, every room is designed to look out onto the garden. And my job as a garden designer is to try and, if you like, create those views from within the house.
We worked very closely with Robert from very early on to make sure that we had sight lines, to make sure that we had connections to the garden, to make sure that we were seeing some of their more important artworks against the garden as a backdrop.
Part of the brief was this requirement for absolute privacy. The view from inside the garden wasn't of lampposts and roofs and houses, but it was of just this backdrop of trees and shrubs and ground cover plants.
One of the advantages of a floor plan like this that we sort of refer to as a checkerboard plan is that you get a lot of spaces with light on 2 or 3 sides. And those rooms that act as peninsulas, they just have a very beautiful light quality throughout the day. There are a series of spaces, each with the sort of cathedral ceiling lined with natural timber, and they are the sort of central pavilions. And then there's a village of walkways and passages, each of which has a garden vista.
It wasn't just a garden. It's about people finding a place of seclusion and privacy and retreat. But also, I think garden has a measure of healing, and I sense that this was the happy years for my client here in this garden.